Hello everyone, this is back and we're going to start off on example 3 and then work our way through example 6. So it says write a formula for the general term of the arithmetic sequence. So in this case what we need to do is we need to make our formula known. So let me go ahead and change this, and essentially we need to find a sub n equals a sub 1 plus n minus 1 times d. So we have three things that we need to find. We need to find our first term, we need to find how many terms there are, the number of terms, and then we need to find the common difference. Okay, so just by looking at this, we should be able to find our first term. This is a sub 1. So we know that we're going to have negative 2 here for a sub 1. Okay, when we go back and read it, what term we're trying to find, the formula for the general term, the nth term, so we're going to leave it as n. Okay, and then the common difference, let's go ahead and take a look at what we're doing. So with this, what we have to do is you have to figure out what you're adding. So if we're going from negative 2 to 8, we're adding 10. 8 to 18, we're adding 10. And then 18 to 28, we're adding 10. Okay, so then we're going to have times 10. And that's going to be your general equation. Okay, after this, we're able to find any term by just plugging it directly into it. So what I want you guys to do is go ahead and hit pause, and I want you guys to do the same thing for checkpoint 3, please. Okay, from this, what's going to happen is we're going to go ahead and talk about a summation. And this is going to be fairly key to your summations. What we're going to be doing is this is going to tell you the first n terms. So the sum s sub n of the first n terms is given by this. This will give you the first n terms, okay, in which a sub 1 is the first term and a sub n is the nth term. Now, the nth term could be anything. It could be like the 7th term. And what this is going to do is allow you to take a very quick summation, so you don't have to, like in our last lesson, write out every single term in it and then add them all together. Okay, so what we're going to do is take a look at example 5, and we're going to use that same thing. First thing you need to do is identify that it's arithmetic. If it's arithmetic, we know we're going to be able to use this summation, s sub n equals n divided by 2. And then we take our first term plus our last term. Okay, so what we have to do is it says find the first 100 terms, the sum of the first 100 terms of the arithmetic sequence. Okay, we might have to find some more information as we're going about it, but the first thing we should notice is we're asking for the nth term. The nth term is going to be 100. Okay, our first term is going to be 1. Okay, but the thing is, do we know our 100th term? What is a sub 100 going to be equal to? Because essentially we know what n is, we know what a sub 1 is, but we don't know what a sub n is. Is there a way that we're able to find that term? Well, if you guys recall from earlier, we're able to write out a general form, and the way that we do that is we have a sub n equals a sub 1 plus n minus 1 times d. And as long as we know our common difference and we know how many terms we have in our first term, we're able to go ahead and find this. So in this case, a sub n, or a sub 100, is going to be equal to 1 plus our number of terms is 100 times our common difference, which you guys should see, we're adding 2. So d equals 2. Okay, and all we have to do is plug this in, and we're going to get 1 plus 99 times 2. And 99 times 2 is going to give us 198. So we get 199. Okay, so we know what a sub 100 is now. So we're able to go ahead and plug everything in that we know, and we can easily find our sum. And I just want to go ahead and tell you that if you were going to do this the long-handed way, you would have to add together all 100 of these numbers to get there. This summation is a general form that's just going to make everything a lot easier for us. So we have 1 plus 199. Okay, when we do this, we're going to have, this is S of 100 And this is going to give us 50 times 200. Okay, 50 times 200 when we're doing this is going to give us, in this case, 5 times 200 is 1,000. It's going to give us 10,000. Okay, and that's about it. So I want you guys to go ahead and take a moment and go ahead and finish off exam or checkpoint number 5 for me. Okay. All right. So what we're going to do now, this is our last one. We're going to be following the same sort of idea as our last problem. We have now summation notation. And what you guys should know so far is this is the first number that we're going to plug in, our first input, and this is our last input. So we're going to have 1 all the way through 25. If you guys were going to solve it the way we did on our last homework, we would have plugged in 5 times 1 minus 9 plus 5 times 2 minus 9 all the way to 5 times 25 minus 9. And as you guys can tell, that would be a ton of work. So the way we can go about it is by simply using our formula that we just found. So S sub n is going to be equal to n divided by 2. And then you take the average of a sub 1 all the way to a sub 25. So you're adding those two together, and then you're dividing by 2 essentially. So what we have to do is we know our first term. We have to find our first term. So first thing we have to do is find term 1. And the way we do that is by plugging in 1. So 5 times 1 minus 9, which is 5 minus 9, which is negative 4. Okay, this is our a sub 1. A sub 1, what is it, 25? Find term 25. So with this, we have to go through and we have to plug in 25 now. So a sub 25 is going to be 5 times 25 minus 9. Okay, 5 times 25 is going to give us 125 minus 9 is going to give us, in this case, 116. So we have a sub 25, a sub 1, and we know how many terms are in this. There's 25 terms. So what we're going to do is just go ahead and plug this directly in. The sum from 1 all the way to 25, we're going to add 1, 2, all the way to 25. So this number might be big. So we're going to have 25 divided by 2 times negative 4 plus 116. And when we do this, we're going to get S of 25 equals 25 divided by 2. And then over here, we're going to have 112. Okay. When we do this, I can cancel out a 2 and a 2 here, and I'm going to find that I'm going to have 25 times, is that 56? 56. Okay. And 25 times 56, if you just give me one moment, 25 times 56 is 1,400. So this is what happens if you add all the terms from 1 to 25 for the sum. I hope you guys have a wonderful day. If you have any questions, take a picture of your work and go